Matt,
Yeah.
this is America. And here in America, we have all the best stuff. We have the best movies. We have the best cars with parts that come from other countries. We have the best music, rock and roll. And we have the
Country and Western.
That's right. And we have R and B. We have the best paranormal and creepy legends of anybody. Only we don't. We actually don't have some of the best ones. Actually, a lot of other countries have some of the best paranormal stuff. Like they have bizarre, like really weird stuff in other countries. And today, on Kind of Creepy, we've decided we're going to talk about a few of those. Hey, everybody, welcome to Kind of Creepy. Jason Emmett right here.
Twisted Kid Matt right here.
Right there. And we both are sick. So it'll be really interesting. We both are feeling a little under the weather, just a tiny bit for me, just a little smidgy bit, which is, not too bad. I kind of wondered if I was going to make it through the whole year. I'm like, I'm going to make it through the whole season. So if this is as bad as it gets, I won't throw too big of a fit. I will throw a small one.
Yeah.
Are you a baby when you get sick? Are you like one of those?
It depends on who you ask. If you ask Connie, it's probably like,
yes.
God, here he is.
I'm not.
Crying about being sick. Oh, I'm
not at all. Like,
cold.
I do not require anybody to wait on me, or I'll sort of just shut myself off. Like, hey, I'm just gonna go in the bedroom and watch movies, and I'll get up when I need shit. I'm pretty easygoing. I don't complain a lot. Try not to.
Yeah.
I already feel miserable. I don't need to feel more miserable.
Now, one of the things with me is if I'm sick, if I'm not getting up off the couch, there's a reason for it. Like if I need to
check my pulse.
If I need to get up and get something, I'll get up and get it myself. But there's only been a few times I can think of that I've been just like knocked out sick where I lose time. Like I completely I'm like, what day is it? Like it's I've had 2 hours later, and like I felt like I slept for a whole weekend.
Three instances of that, and my two of them I was actually hallucinating. It got so bad. I had the flu and strep throat at the same time once, and my fever had spiked like 103 point something. They called I was living with a friend of ours at the time. This was back, I was in my early 20s, who's my roommate. And he and my girlfriend at the time were like freaking out. They called like the hospital, and they're like, just monitor and put cold compresses. And at one point they said I reached up and went like this, and I just went, oh, they're like, what? I was like, my ear. Like I thought I pulled my ear off. That was weird. Yeah, so I've had a couple of those where I woke up and I'm like, what day is it? And they're like, it's Wednesday. I'm like, what the hell? Did I go to work? They're like, no, we caught you off. So like, yeah, those are the best. They suck because you don't have to go to work, but you don't get to enjoy it because you don't remember that. Like, I'd probably rather be at work.
Yeah.
So today we decided like we're gonna do some clips from kind of around the world. We have a few. Matt and I were discussing it, and it's tough. Like I would say it's tough everywhere to find legit clips, but I think it might be harder from other countries because here everybody's always filming everything.
Yeah.
You can't go anywhere without people filming, and I think in other countries it's not the norm. We also, honestly, and not trying to be kind of a dick about this, but a lot of the clips we get are from other countries that sometimes they have older phones and older cameras and stuff, so they're not as good a quality. So keep that in mind, when we get into some of these today. We also had something happen that doesn't happen often, and that is that Matt and I brought one of the same clips. So that's kind of cool. We'll it works out.
It's kind of one of those. I would say one of the major clips of like international cryptid kind of things.
So. It was a very famous clip, so it's not that unusual that we both brought it.
Yeah, and there's something else that happened that I didn't even tell Jay about. I was like, he's learning about this now. I had actually like 4 other clips that I was going to kind of put together into like one little segment, and I found out that while this has been considered a cryptid situation, there appears now to be DNA proof that it's real. So I kind of, we'll talk about that in a whole other episode. I'll just tease that for something down the road, because we've talked about doing ones that are cryptids that have something that used to be a cryptid but is
that
now
we're thought
considered a
to
real
be.
animal.
We're thought to be. We're
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
So
because there
it's
are
going to be
things. And
lumped into that.
we've brought up the panda plenty of times
Hmm.
because like the
Pandas,
panda. Yeah.
gorillas, kangaroos. I found out about the other day. Again,
Um,
shout out
I
to
can, I
cryptids
can never
across the
remember this,
islands.
and then you say it, and I want to punch myself because the fish. What's the fish? The
Coelacanth,
coelacanth. Yeah, like that one. Thought that was
thought to be
thought.
extinct.
It's like a
Like,
prehistoric fish.
yeah, they only found fossils of it at one point, and then suddenly
Now
they
they
start
found them.
pulling it
Yeah.
up in fishing nets, and
Yeah.
they find them all over the place now. So
We last episode we did sea monsters, and if you haven't watched these shows, I think that one was actually kind of fun. Um,
yeah,
in that I bring up the point that like it's really easy to convince me that there's shit down in there, and we get into that whole why that would be. So if you haven't checked that one out, you should definitely go check that one out as well. But we said that in that episode something was about to happen, and it happened. Yay!
yeah,
300.
300.
Woo!
Yeah.
So
Now
you are great. We love
you,
you.
whoever you are,
We don't know who you are,
because your account was private, so
but
it doesn't show us who you
we
are.
respect your privacy.
Yeah.
And we thank you for subscribing.
Yeah, that actually just happened last night while I was talking about the show with my family. So
That's really cool.
yeah,
That's a fun thing. Like we've been kind of creeping on it for a while, and
kind of
so
creepy. It's like we said the name
kind
of
of
the show in the
we've been
show.
kind of creeping. It's a whole different show. That's the stuff we film and we don't show you guys.
Yeah.
So all right, so we do have some clips today, and if I get any of this out of sequence, I apologize, Matt. Will smack me around, I guess, for that. But I think we're starting off with mine, and I'm actually going to show two clips in this. I brought 3 clips today, and 2 of them are right here, and it's because they're the same thing. So I kind of wanted to take a minute to kind of get into La Llorona, and I'm curious how many people maybe you've heard of it, maybe you haven't, but there's a whole mythology story behind this. This is like it's Mexico, right? It's like a
It's usually like South Central America kind of thing, like
so
Mexico, South
this
America.
the story, the back story, and I'll probably get some of this wrong. There was a woman with a baby, and the baby drowned, and then she drowned trying to. I don't know
Trying to
exactly,
save the baby, I think. That's what
but
it
I
is.
think there was this whole thing about a dude and this whole tragic whatever. I feel like they were like it was like an illegitimate child or something originally. I think there's probably different versions of the original story, but at any rate, now La Llorona is supposed to like walk around, oftentimes near. You've read something. What did you read? I can see it in your face.
Yeah, so I pulled up the Wikipedia article on it. She's a vengeful ghost from Hispanic American folklore who is said
Right.
to roam near bodies of water, mourning her children whom she drowned in a jealous rage after discovering that her husband was unfaithful to her.
So yeah, I knew there was something like yeah. So yes, it's been like a warning to children. A lot of people believe that's where the legend actually came from, was just a way to keep kids away from, going too close to the water without adults around. But lots of people have spotted a woman in a like white gown moaning and crying and screaming. Now, there are lots of videos, and here's what's funny. I watch a lot of them, and while I think the person filming it, I believe that part is real. Like I think they actually see what they're seeing. I don't always buy the person that they're filming. In other words, I think that might be somebody
Just out
just
having
yeah.
a good mess around.
So I brought 2 clips, and they're interesting to me. So my first one actually was filmed at a gas station. This was filmed at a gas station in the state of Nuevo Leon back in 2011. So this was filmed in 2011. This went fairly viral at the time. What we see here is these 2 gentlemen are sitting around outside a gas station, and they start filming a woman in a dressed in white, and their reaction while in Spanish, like I totally believe everything that is happening to them because they're laughing and like carrying on like, oh my god, you see this? This isn't. and it moves weird.
Yeah.
But this isn't all. This isn't everything. So you hear them like carrying on and laughing like dudes would do if they say, "Oh my God, can you believe this?" Now you hear it wailing.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn it up.
Vamos a verlo. No, yo no voy, güey. Está bien culero. No mames, vamos, güey. No, yo ya me voy. No se la verga. Vamos por allá, güey. Sí, mames, yo ya me voy, güey. No. No mames. No, ya hay que cerrar, güey. No. Ya hay que cerrar, güey. Hay que cerrar, güey. No, güey. La puerta, güey. Ay, hijo de... Ay, güey. No mames, güey, yo ya no me voy para allá, güey. No, está
So the way they react is so like this is legit for them. Now whether it's a spirit or not is up to you guys to decide, but they saw this, and because this is how dudes would go. I mean, they're getting silly, they're getting goofy with it.
Looked like they were kind of daring each other to follow it.
Look at how it moves, though. It's very weird.
It's almost like floating a little bit.
It like phases in and out too.
Yeah.
I've known these dudes. Like I've hung out with these dudes.
Yeah.
And I've tried to figure out like clearly it goes around, and I'm thinking so there's like a little hallway or something at this guy. Like I'm trying to figure out how the layout because it clearly it comes closer.
Yeah.
And I don't really know how or why because I think you'll see it for a split second when they go to run away, but it's really hard to see. But you'll turn back and you see something right there. You see it? Yeah. Walking right behind that post, and
it's like, let's run from this ghost.
And I think they open it. It sounds like they're like opening a door or something, in like a garage door or something, and running it. Anyway, this happened back in 2011. This was just really interesting. You do hear the moaning and the wailing. Yeah. There is clearly someone in a white gown. So the question comes to me is, if this is just a person doing it, why are they out there walking in a white gown and screaming and moaning? Like,
yeah.
I want to point something out. Most hoaxers are men. Like, women aren't sitting at home going, you know what, I think would be fun tonight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's
well, okay. I'm gonna look something else up while we're still talking about this.
Let me go dress as a Bigfoot. Women just they have a little more sense than us most of the time. So
yeah. So there was Serbia. Okay, there's an urban legend of this woman that like dances in the streets in Serbia, and she'll like be holding a knife and doing this little dance, and I'll actually put it up on screen right up here whenever I'm doing the edit, so you can see what I'm talking about. Like, it's kind of been debunked as like just somebody kind of messing with people, but also they've had enough reports of this that it's become like a weird thing that,
has anybody checked on their schizophrenic grandmother? Is she out in the street like dancing? Because it could be. Like I mean, I cracked that as a joke, but I'm being serious. It could be a real thing that somebody, maybe you should check on a few people because clearly, there's some. We'll do a whole episode. I don't know how we'll do it because we won't have a lot of clips and stuff. Maybe we'll do like a mini episode or something where I just want to talk about some of the crazy stuff that's happened, like the dancing plague.
Oh yeah,
like that kind of. It's a real thing, and they call it mass hysteria. But I'm like, you're not. If Matt walked in my house like I can't stop dancing, I'm not gonna be like, well, I probably will. I'll be like, I can't. I got the rhythm.
It's like, we're dancing now. Dance battle
until they die. It's weird, man.
Yeah, it's just bizarre. Yeah.
So I brought 2 La Llorna clips. I actually wanted to bring one. Real famous channel, Franco TV has. He did one that I liked a lot, but I couldn't find the original clip. He has a lot of stuff, and the version I found was somebody was talking over the whole damn thing, and it got on my nerves. Which is what we just did. But We are actually looking at these and deciding whether no. Franco TV is really cool. He does a lot of paranormal investigations, and most of them in cemeteries. And he has a few La Llorona type, or he'll say he doesn't. They might be witches, they might be La Llorona, but I was looking for a specific one. I couldn't find it, but in that I came across this next one. Now, not a lot is known about this next one. It's a very short clip without a lot of details, but I don't know what it is. I just thought this one was real short, but I thought it was really creepy. And you're going to see the same thing, a person in a white gown, but you're going to hear some stuff again, Spanish, so I don't really know what they're saying.
Mire, no me puedo mover a la verga. Ay, padre. A la verga. Ay, padre. No pajas, no, a la verga. Ni huevo, yo nunca hice de verdad.
So the reason
sufficiently creepy.
I brought this one for a couple reasons. One, we clearly hear the moaning. Two, the figure is walking very similar to the one in the last clip, at a very specific stride. And three, their reaction. So again, I do not believe these guys who are filming it are faking in any way. They just don't feel like they are. They feel like they see this, they film, and they're like, "Oh man, what is that, dude? You see that? Oh my god!" Now, again, whether the thing they're filming is real or not, I don't know. But I mean, it's real. But whether it's somebody out there faking or not, I don't know. But
yeah,
I like this one because it just gave me a similar vibe to the first clip.
Yeah, and you can actually hear the wailing noise a little louder in this one.
There were a couple really good ones out there that I didn't bring. So you can, and there are a lot of really bad, obviously fake La Llorona videos, tons. Yeah. But there are a handful of them that are just. I'm curious about the last clip and this one. The legend says close to water, but honestly, most of the clips you see aren't close to water that I'm aware of.
Yeah.
I mean, there could be a body of water over there. I don't know.
I mean, it kind of looks like they might be in a park and they're near like a little pond or something.
What would you do if you were here and you saw this and you heard that?
I would probably my fight or flight would include the third newer option of freeze, and a little terrifying, especially like knowing the story. It's just kind of like, all right, you killed your this is just weird. You killed your kids because your husband cheated on you. Like, just leave the guy. Hot take. She left him in a real way. So, but like just for me, it's not necessarily like seeing this vengeful spirit. It's hearing it.
Yeah. That's really what makes these so creepy is the audio.
Yeah. And just like somebody who's like constantly basically tormented themselves, and they're just doomed to walk the earth forever crying for their child that they murdered.
I feel like there's a Metallica song in here somewhere.
Oh, there's got to be. There's got to be.
All right, so Matt, what's the first clip you brought for us today?
Yeah, so I brought one that kind of scratches a little bit of a squatchy type itch that we have, which is.
I don't ever want you to say it scratches my squatchy.
Scratches my squatchy itch.
My squatchy.
That's the new quote. Kind of creepy scratches my squatchy itch.
My squatchy itch.
Yeah, we're gonna. If you'd like that on a T-shirt, just comment below. We'll make kind of creepy scratches my squatchy itch T-shirts.
Scratches my kind of creepy. It is kind of creepy that it scratches your squatchy, but
yeah. So
I'm curious though.
For this one, since it's international, there's claims of a white version of our traditional Bigfoot known as a Yeti. I have a couple thoughts on the Yeti specifically. I've seen them depicted as basically a Bigfoot that's just white, but I've also seen them where they have horns or antlers as well, which is really strange. A lot of kind of like cartoonish versions of Yetis that I've seen have horns or antlers. I've never heard that in the traditional Yeti storytelling that has gone on for years. And I mean, like, these are native to the Himalayan mountains and, you know, over in, you know, Asia and all that. And I mean, we could go in, actually kind of be fun if we did a full Yeti episode, because
I would like that. Yeah.
there's like artifacts very similar to what they have as far as like Bigfoot artifacts here, of varying degrees of validity, just like they have them here. There's people who claim that they have the scalp of a Yeti that they've collected from the Himalayan mountains. I believe a finger. You know, there's all kinds of stuff.
A hand.
Yeah, the hands, and then obviously
There's
like
a whole
footprints and things like that.
Story behind that one.
Yeah. So the one that I've found actually takes place in Russia. It's kind of a fairly well known clip, and to me, it's one of the few seemingly valid, in my opinion, clips of a Yeti or Sasquatch type creature over in Russia. And you'll see why. So we'll go into that here in a minute.
I was just going to bring up the fact that since you're talking about Yeti, there is a IFC movie that's coming out called The Yeti, and it is it's like a Yeti horror film, but it's like a throwback kind of film.
Okay.
Like kind of to the golden age of cinema. It takes place in like the 40s or something, and it looks really cool. If you guys haven't seen the trailers, you can watch it. The Yeti. It even does the like lettering, like the old style. The Yeti.
I think I've seen the trailer actually. Now that you mention it, yeah. Doesn't he
Yeah, like
use
William
a
Sadler and
chainsaw or
Corbin
something?
Bernsen's in it. Do what?
Didn't he use like a chainsaw or something in it?
Who? Not the Yeti, I don't think. That would be interesting though. That would be really cool. They're like a group of hunters that go after it though. Anyway, it just looks really cool, and I saw it, and we'll probably put something up on our Facebook page about it. I know Bloody Disgusting did a whole thing about it, and like they seem to be, you know, it looks fun if you like that kind of campy. But I would love to do like a whole Yeti, Bigfoot adjacent episode. We talked about that with this because, you know, talk about like orang pendek and some other things. So the Yowie and stuff like that. So all right. So I'm curious to see this clip.
All right.
And I don't know. I do know this clip.
Yeah, like I said, it's fairly well known, and to me, the validity of it. Actually, is audio. But these guys are riding through the Russian countryside on, I believe it's a ATV of some sort, and they see something run out in front of them.
Yeah, and I don't even know what I'd do.
Yeah,
this would freak me out to the degree that I'm like out in the middle of nowhere. I get, you know.
Yeah.
And they're driving way too fast.
Yeah.
There's so many things to point out in this too.
Yep.
What we 100% can tell you, but this is an older clip, so it's not. Yeah.
This one actually came out in 2016, so this is almost 10 years old right now.
And I want you to look at the tracks on the road. We also saw, so there's 100% someone out there. Snow kicks up. We see it all. You know, what they're doing right now is insane.
Stopping.
I'm going to go up to the spot and stop right where it was.
Yeah. Then backing up.
But it is interesting because you see the tracks.
Yeah, there's tracks. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You get a little bit of a stride, obviously, because you can see where it stepped down there.
Yeah. And this is what to me lends to the validity of this is if this is set up, they had to have worked this out and then like just driven away long enough for snow to start covering their original tracks after they dropped their buddy off in a costume. I'm saying if this is fake. He's standing out there in the middle of the wilderness for who knows how long, waiting for them to come across, only for him to run across just like he did, and just leap across the road, basically.
All right, so we made a little highlight here to kind of some zoom in and some slow down to kind of look at this a little more clearly. I just like the way it kicks up. Like, I feel like if you were in a costume, like, he's moving pretty good through that snow, and I feel like that would be really difficult. I'm not saying, and that looks like some thick snow too, man.
Yeah.
Now I guess the costume would keep you warm, but
True. But yeah, I mean, even in the video, the guys were having a hard time driving through this at one point, like through that snow. So,
and to Matt's point, to set this up, like, how, I don't know the area. There are tracks that somebody's ridden out here. They look like they've been snowed over a little, which, for all I know, it's a loop of a road. Like, I don't know. Or there's another road adjacent to it right over to the right, and they set their buddy up and said, okay, when you see our lights come and run, I don't know. But if not, because this looks like it's pretty far out there, this would be hard to set up. Not impossible, but difficult. And it just seems like a lot of work for a little payout. We've talked about that in the past. Any hoaxer that's smart knows to only do a little, but it's hard to convince yourself if you're hoaxing to do that because you're spending so much time and energy. And I mean, look, you had to get a suit. Even Matt will tell you, because he cosplays, I guess, as Krampus, and even the cheap suits aren't cheap. Like, you're still spending money. And I want to point something out about this from best I can see. It looks like there's dark, like it's more of a yellowy than a white. Look at it against the snow, which is what I would expect white fur to kind of look like. And to me, there are darker patches in it too. Now, from what I can see. Yeah. Which is what you would see in like a polar bear. Well, polar bears are usually fairly, but you would see this in some white, fur things, I guess. I think it is weird to think, though, that I guess it isn't. I mean, it is. I never really thought about it before. I'm sorry. I've just had an epiphany, and I am sick, so my brain, God knows where it's going.
It's foggy.
I started thinking about it. I'm like, why is it that around here, Bigfoot is brown or red or whatever, but of course out where it's all snowy and stuff, it's white. And then I was like, but polar
camouflage,
and brown bears and black bears. Yeah, it's a natural evolution, right?
Yeah.
So,
now, there is something I kind of want to point out in this video that to me leads more to this being not a hoax. When you see it first starting to cross the road, it's actually jumping down and then running across. I don't know about you, but if you've ever jumped into a ditch, it's rough on your legs.
Look at this. Whoop, boom.
Yeah. And it takes a little bit of time to recover and continue to run. So
this is meant for trucking too.
Yeah.
And that looks like a really natural run stride. And again, harder stuff to do in a costume.
Yeah. And it's like
he does. Watch this hop down.
It just
boom.
Hops down, keeps running. Like it doesn't even phase it.
Yeah.
Now me, I'd break an ankle at least.
Well,
I'd be like laying there in a fur costume in the middle of this road.
Matt does a lot of damage to his feet.
Yeah, that's while trying to be in costume too. So
sometimes, he breaks it though. But he's had other.
That's a whole story. Yeah,
it's not. Yeah, yeah. I like this video a lot. I think this is one of those really telling ones, and like, I don't know. It's really cool.
Yeah, and again, their reaction as well was like, "Whoa!" And then they pulled up and backed away and tried to see if they could figure out where it went.
That's what I was saying, though. As a hoaxer, like, the want would be like, okay, then we'll back up and then we'll shine the light out and we'll see him again. And they don't do any of that.
Yeah.
It's
all dash cam.
They're kind of taken aback, and it's not like, well, we need that one more quick glimpse of it, right?
Yeah.
They don't get another glimpse of it. And that's, that's what I mean. If you're out hoaxing it, and yeah, it's a dash cam. We see the droplets from where the snow's melted again. Like, I don't know. I like this video.
And there is one more thing that I want to point out, that the question that a lot of people who are watching this are probably going to have. Strangely enough, I actually watched a whole news article about this. Why are they filming? Okay.
What's a dash cam?
It's a dash cam. But why would they have a dash cam on what's potentially an ATV? Apparently, a few years back, it became a bit of an epidemic where people were trying to scam insurance companies by jumping on the hood of moving cars. Well, so people started.
Okay.
There was a rise of dash cams.
That is one of many explanations as to why somebody would have. I mean, I know lots of ATV riders and motorcyclists that have helmet cams and dash cams all the time.
Yeah.
The truck drivers have dash cams almost all the time. That's not, I mean, literally we've seen videos of that, like a meteorite or whatever that broke in through the atmosphere from multiple different dash cams, like people who were driving like that. So it's not that whoever would imply that makes it fake. Like, oh, why would they?
Why are they filming?
They're on an ATV. That's real common.
Yeah.
Like, I have a buddy who rides, not ATVs, he's a motorcyclist, and like he has a camera and he's like always looking for, like, I want to get this new camera because it does better, and like that's real common.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not uncommon at all. So it would be weird if they just suddenly flipped it on. That's one of the things about this video. Like,
it leads up to it.
Yeah, it leads up to it. And there's probably way more than that.
Which, going back to that Dogman clip we played a few weeks back, that's probably the smartest thing they did was film from a distance.
There's a part of me
they keep driving up.
I saw something about a Dogman film, like low product, like
there's a few that are either coming out or have come out.
And I'm kind of wondering, like, is that what that was from? So, all right, we have another clip, and this next clip was brought by both of us. So we didn't really discuss how we want to introduce it. I can give what I know, and if you have differing, you can give that.
Yeah, we kind of went over it a little bit off air, and it seems pretty close to exactly what it was.
So we have a couple of guys riding motorcycles, as it were, on a trail, and they have a motorcycle. They have a camera mounted. And this is in Aceh, which Aceh is in Indonesia. And we know that this clip is from 2017. They're out there. They're filming. Something crosses their path. So I kind of want to go over what this supposedly is and tell you guys a little bit about what it supposedly is. So this is supposedly a sighting of Manti tribesmen. So the Manti are these legendary indigenous people that were believed to inhabit these dense jungle areas of Aceh in Sumatra, Indonesia. They're frequently mentioned throughout folklore in the area and things like that. And they're supposed to be one of the earliest ethnic groups in the region. There's no physical evidence that there has to be some kind of evidence. Nobody would just make this up.
Yeah.
The folklore part of this. There's no one knows for 100% fact if they existed or not, but the folklore has existed for, hundreds and hundreds and probably thousands of years. So folklore accounts describe the Manti as short-statured or pygmies, with some legends suggesting they have backward-facing heels that allow them to run quickly through the woods. And they are also always depicted as very shy and very elusive tribesmen. There have been other sightings. This isn't the first sighting. They happen occasionally. And like I said, this one just happened to group of guys on a motorcycle on like dirt bikes out on this trail. And I want to point out what we just pointed out. Ours is a little clip, but there was more video leading up. It's not like it starts right where they were filming. So again, this is 2017. This is it's Indonesia. It's probably not the best quality camera in the world, but let's watch a clip and see what we think. One of the things I love about this is they all stop, and this dude's like, I'm going to follow it.
Yeah.
I'm going to follow and
The thing that made you wreck. Let's go find out what it is. Yeah.
and then it rushes into the bush. And to make things even more interesting, you see it for a second when it runs in. Like when he stops, I think it looks like you see something move. They'll pull up, buddy. They're thinking about going further, and like you can see these little trails and throughout there.
He was hauling it,
Also,
though, I'll tell you
you
that.
also get to see one of the cameras. Like he's holding a camera. He obviously has a helmet camera on, and he's holding a camera.
Yeah.
He's filming with 2 different cameras. I wish the other footage was out there somewhere, but I'm guessing that footage didn't pick up the initial because it's.
Yeah.
Oh shoot! My clip didn't even go this far.
Oh, yeah.
It stopped right before they go into the
They
bush.
still got a whole other 30 seconds.
But you clearly see paths through there where things have moved. Now it could be game trails, could be all kinds of stuff.
Which, if you're, a tribesman, you're probably going to follow those as well because that's where the food's going. Not sure why he's holding up this branch, unless it was carrying it. Was it carrying that?
I don't know if it was carrying that. It definitely has something. It looked like a staff or something.
That might be what it was carrying. Yeah, it's got something in its arms, so that might be what it was carrying.
When I first watched this, and I loved it, just beeline.
Yeah, it's carrying that. So it ran into the bushes and dropped it, apparently.
So if you look at the kind of like highlighted, slowed down version of this, I think we have that. It almost looks like this, and I had to go frame by frame, which I did, because it almost looks like, because the camera ducks down and all of a sudden it's up and there's something running. And I was like, you don't see that at first. You actually do. Yeah. So what I want to point out is it's squatting. So as they come around, it is ducked down, squatting low. So you don't see it that well. And as they come around upon it, and he does that little dip down, it stands up and starts to run. And then he catches it here too, right before it like beelines right into just right into the bush.
So I want to point out, it is outrunning a motorcycle, by the way.
Yeah. Well, dirt bike.
Yeah.
So like it doesn't look like there's anything there, but there is. It's such grainy footage, and I did it. I want to be clear. I did it frame by frame, and if you do it frame by frame, you will see it sitting right there on. It's like ducked down, and as soon as they come, it stands up and just books for it. So to kind of bring up Matt's point from the Yeti thing, I mean, it would be really hard to set this up. I mean, you could, but you got to get your short friend to be willing to dress up in a loincloth and sit out there. And then, like,
vulnerable in the Indonesian jungle, by the way.
I was gonna say, run half naked through the bush of the Indonesian jungle.
Native animals to Indonesia. Let's see. What could he be exposing himself to? One of the greatest photos of a monkey I've ever seen, by the way. Rhinos are out there. Komodo dragons. Sumatran tigers.
I was going to say probably tigers, snakes of all kinds.
Bears. All kinds of stuff out there. Orangutans. Yeah. A Barbarossa, which is one of my favorite species of wild pig. They're referred to as the deer pig. They actually have tusks that grow up through the top of their skull.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're crazy. So, but yeah, it's not exactly not a hostile environment for somebody, even for this manatee. But they've obviously adapted to the surroundings. These are dudes out on motorcycles, little dirt bikes out in the jungle. There's just as much of a risk for them as it is for this manatee or their buddy that dressed up as a manatee.
They're clearly on trails that are back there, But that also, like, if you're okay, it is not uncommon. Like,
It's not going to stop a tiger from crossing it, though. So
game trails are called game trails for a reason. Like,
yeah,
things walk in a path because that path becomes easier to walk down. So if you're in this little elusive tribe out in the middle of the jungle and you find, oh, here's some clear paths to get us from point A to point B, you might start, using those. I want to point out the height of it's maybe the height of one of the motorcycles, like one of the dirt bikes.
Yeah, it's really little.
It's very short. Yeah. So like in comparison to them, I what would you guesstimate, man? Maybe
Probably about 3 feet.
yeah. I was thinking maybe a little closer to 4, but yeah, it's definitely pretty short. I actually found this video because I was looking for, somebody said, or it could be an orang pendek, and it's clearly not.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard people claiming this is an orang pendek video, and it's totally not.
Yeah.
But what's funny is you mentioned the backwards feet. I had not caught that in any of my research on this, but when you said that, I immediately started doing a search because as of filming of this, fairly recent episode of the show Expedition X, they went to Trinidad, and in Trinidad they have a legend of a small child-sized entity with backwards feet.
Weird.
It's around the same height as this. That one's called a Dwyn. So it's apparently not super uncommon to have at least some kind of mythology, folklore, cryptids, spirits, whatever you want, with backwards feet. And for the one in Trinidad, they think that it's so that if you actually see the footprints, it confuses you because they're facing the opposite direction. So they'll be walking forward, but the feet are going backwards. So naturally we would look at it and go, oh, this is how our feet go. We'll go this way, when in reality it was walking the other direction. So
I also want to point out, we don't think this is a cryptid.
Yeah.
We think this is a human being.
Yeah. A very, very fast human being.
Just of a legendary tribe that no one knows 100% sure if they exist or not. And if they do, the fact that they're still out there is just really cool. And that, by the way, that happens. There's that real famous
North Sentinel Island,
the drone
Yep.
footage, which was rude as hell.
Well, it's not just drone footage. People go there all the time, and
yeah, but
they're not supposed to be.
There's the footage of the drone and the guy attacks it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like takes.
No, there was a Christian missionary that went there
There's a
a few years
documentary
ago.
about it. Yeah, you should watch it. It's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not cool. It's actually creepy. But don't just leave them alone. They don't want you there.
Yeah, they've made it very clear,
and they ate you because of it. So get over it.
Yeah.
Although some people don't believe that is what happened.
I don't think they ate him. I think they just ended him.
Well, I'm pretty sure somebody said, like, one of them said he was eaten, but like there are people that think that he was just assimilated, like that they've seen him. Yeah, there's a whole weird thing.
Interesting. That'd be weird.
It's a Dances with Wolves thing.
There's also I think it was a Rockefeller.
Yeah. No,
is that who you're talking about?
That's who they think assimilated. I am so sorry. Yeah.
Okay, I got you. I was like, wait, no, that other guy was very much dead.
He was killed. There was a boat wreck with I think it was one of the Rockefellers, and they thought like he drowned, and but later people
there's been photos of him with the tribe. So yeah. Which hey man, if you want to just start a new life, go for it. I guess.
You sure? Maybe you fell in love and you're like, screw the Rockefeller ways. I'm done with that. So Matt brought us another clip, and I know nothing about it. So we're going to let Matt introduce that clip, and we've got one more to show you. So
this next clip is something I just randomly came across that I have so many questions. There's nothing paranormal about it. It is just creepy, in my opinion.
That's fair.
And I mean, I had to do a little bit of digging onto it to find out what exactly I was looking at when I found this. It's basically it's a news video. I'll let it explain itself because I don't know how I can.
Thousands of families have been flocking to Karachi Zoo. Mumtaz is a mythical half-fox, half-woman creature who also talks to visitors.
The people who visit here go away happy, and knowing that they feel happy makes me happy too. There is a bond of love between me and them. Life is very short. It should be spent spreading smiles.
The creature is played by a man who dresses as a woman who looks like she is attached to the body of a fox. 33-year-old Murad Ali is the man behind Mumtaz, playing her character for 12 hours every day. He inherited the role from his father, who died 16 years ago. In addition to witty conversation, Mumtaz is also known as a fortune teller. Students come to her with questions about their exam results.
I had a nice talk with her. I'm really happy. I'm happy I came here.
The director of the zoo says Mumtaz became a permanent exhibit after a few people from a circus offered to set up the attraction in the zoo 40 years ago. Mumtaz has always been played by men because they are able to respond better to those who harass Mumtaz.
Yeah, so...
So what do you do for a living? Well,
lot to unpack there, huh?
So what do you do for a living? Well, I pretend to be the head of a speaking
fortune-telling fox.
Half fox, half human woman. What?
For 12 hours a day.
For 12 hours a day. I sit in a box with my head through a hole while there's
in Pakistan.
Fox. Yeah, it's very weird.
Mm-hmm.
Very weird.
Like I said,
but,
nothing paranormal about it. Hold on, I just noticed that the body is moving a little bit.
Yeah, it moves, yeah. The fox, yeah, it moves.
Yeah, I like that he inherited the role when his father died because his father was yeah. Mm. And I mean it makes me like I get it. Like to be fair, if I was in Pakistan and I came across this, I'll be like, yeah, okay, this is weird. I'm gonna go check it out, knowing that it was weird. Is everybody who's going to this like fully aware that this is a dude with his head through a table and a dead fox laying next to him? Because if not,
is that, but
what? Yeah,
I'm gonna point out what I said again because I don't think he's paid attention to what I said. This little kid looked like Fievel. Somewhere out. Look at him. Look,
oh my God.
I'm sorry, kid.
The one that was talking about how happy he is that he came to the zoo.
Yeah, he's happy because he found his parents underneath the big moon.
When they're looking up at the moon, so is he. Yeah. Oh my God.
And he found out there are no mice in America and the streets are paved with cheese. Sorry. There's some people going, what is he talking about? American Tail.
And then Fievel Goes West.
Yeah, that was not very good though. Yeah. People love it, but it's not. It ain't, Anyway,
like I have so many questions about this, dude. Now that I see him just isolated, God,
you're welcome.
I have to put up a side by side.
This is weird.
This is nuts. Like the fact that this is a thing. Okay, so I should, like I said, I did a little bit of digging. They just said Mumtaz, but it's Mumtaz Begum. It's a long-running popular attraction at the Karachi Zoo in Pakistan, and you've already, heard most of that. But it's apparently based on an actual like creature, like folkloric creature in Pakistan. But there's somebody who's like clearly now dressing up to do this. Just so weird. It shows up on Atlas Obscura as well, by the way.
I've been to conventions, horror movie conventions, where people will have weird displays set up of, come see the Fiji mermaid and all this and that. And, it's fun.
This is just weird.
That goes on a weekend here and there, not all the time. And yeah, I mean it's bizarre. Thanks for bringing this to my attention.
Yeah.
Like, we do paranormal stuff on this show, and I see lots of ghost videos, and this might be scary to know that this exists in the world. But hey, what do I know? So I'm glad he could tell your fortune, and I hope he brings you some kind of peace and joy.
If I get creative enough, and I'll tell you what, if we get to 500 subscribers, how about that? Well, to give you guys a little bit of incentive, I've got a full Fox upstairs. You saw it. It's actually cooler than this one. I will do. We'll call it Mumtaz Bagoom, and I will do a little shroud, and I'll tell you your fortune as a
and I'll
half
say
human,
this.
half fox. I'll do
Matt's
it.
gonna hate me. He will also braid his beard and put some makeup on. Because you got to
All
do
right.
it
Yeah, I'll
as
do
a
it.
woman. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
So
The beard
Wow.
stays. Yeah.
thanks for bringing this.
Yep.
I mean, on levels of I'm
It's
not
just-
sure what I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Like it's one of those
weird.
things that when I came across, I'm like, I can't just not tell Jay about this and then everybody else. But yeah, this is just bizarre. So yeah.
Okay. Well, if you like really bizarre things and want to send us some of those, you can. Or if you just want to tell us what you felt about that one, you can do that too. You can leave us a comment. That's a good way to do it. We like the comments. We like the nice comments. We don't like the rude ones as much, but you can leave those if you really want to. You can like this show. There's a thumb down there, and if you click it, it gives us a like. You can share the show, which is hey, here, this is the show. You should go watch it. And more importantly, and most importantly, if you want to see Matt dress up as a
Matt Taz begun. That's what I'm calling it.
Matt has begun.
Matt has begun.
You can
Yep.
subscribe to the show, and we really appreciate that.
Yep.
And yeah, thanks for that.
I'll do it. And
He
I'll
will.
clip this so that I'll be reminded to do it when we hit 500.
He will.
We won't address it until
absolutely
then.
do it. Yeah, he will absolutely do it.
I'll do it.
That I know. So,
Connie will just walk in the room and see me doing this and be
let's
like, what's
see,
happening?
What do we know as of today? We know that Bob
Gimlin's alive.
Yay.
Yeah.
Bob Gimlin is still alive. Was it? How was it? Like 92?
94.
94 years old. That's amazing. I don't know that I'll live that long. I hope so, but it would be really cool.
Yeah.
And to still be out there doing what he does, man, still talking about it. So that's really cool. Yeah. What else? We got some social medias. Oh, you can email us. Yeah, you can email us KindaCreepyShow@gmail.com. And if you have a story or a clip or something you would like to share, send it over there. A few people have. We always love getting your emails, so you could do that. We have the socials. Facebook is probably the one we do the most on, really, to be honest. And we do share things over there. Some Kickstarters we've talked about, some really cool Kickstarters. I just shared a Bigfoot convention. I don't remember where it was though. It was not my state and not your state, but we don't all live in those states. So
Yeah.
if you know that kind of stuff, you can come over and share that as well. If you've got anything going on, maybe you're going to be like Matt went to the Oddities Expo last weekend. Maybe you have a booth at something like that, or maybe you do some really cool. Let us know. Come over to the Facebook and let us know there. And
Weird art. We love that.
yeah. Well, that's my neighbor. Weird art and
Weird art
He's okay.
Yarkovic.
he's a little weird, but so
Actually,
let us know.
a side note, I found out that Weird Al Yankovic's grandparents are actually buried not too far from here.
It's so weird.
It was just a weird thing that came up on Facebook, and now I'm like, well, I have to go check it out. So
Isn't anything owl related a weird thing? So annoying.
pretty much. It should be.
What else? I don't even know. Is there anything else like that I'm forgetting? I'm a little foggy brain today.
Yeah.
I'm sure this episode will.
It's gonna be
show all
fun.
of that.
Yeah.
We're gonna be doing a couple episodes over the next few weeks. We are gonna be doing we're kind of we're gonna do a little Bigfoot stuff because we haven't. Maybe we'll make that one kind of like some Bigfoot adjacent. Like we won't just do the Bigfoot. We'll actually talk about
The more
some of the
regional
other-
type things.
Yeah,
We'll bring up the wood booger finally. Yeah.
and
Such a
I had so
that's a
many
real
thoughts that I'm
thing.
just gonna let go. And then we're gonna do like probably some normal paranormal stuff coming up soon. We've been talking
Normal
to people.
normal
Yeah, like
paranormal.
Yeah, like some just normal stuff like ghost videos, things like that, just the standard stuff. We've been talking to some people about guest hosting and things along those lines. I was talking to KC yesterday, and he, for those who've been around since the very beginning, when we first started the show, there were 3 of us. But Kevin gets very busy, especially at certain times of the year. He does all kinds of stuff. He's a history nerd. He and I went out last night and had a couple beers, and he starts telling me. And it's my favorite thing about Kevin is it's not like he tells you a story of history. He tells this as if he is presenting it in front of people. He's like, so in 1834, a group of like,
It's a whole TED talk with him.
I love it.
Yeah,
and
it's the
he's
best.
yeah, he's a history nerd, and he started the show with us, but he does, besides his normal job, he does walking tours where he tells the history of things. He teaches chess. He runs a couple of groups, so he got real busy and
Watches documentaries about submarines.
So he stepped away for time.
Turkish soap operas, I think, was another thing he did.
He does, yeah. These are all real things. But I was talking to him last night. I said, "Dude, you need to come on and just guest host with." He's like, "Yeah, that would be fine. I need to do that. I haven't done that in a while." So hopefully he'll be on soon. And we've been talking to some other people, so be looking forward to that stuff. We'll keep you updated when more information comes. Yeah, I think that's it. Matt, you have anything to add before we close this bad boy out?
No,
Both of us go upstairs and flop on our couches and try not to die.
Yeah, try to do that. All I know is that there's one thing in particular that everybody who's watching this needs to do.
Oh, yeah?
What is that?
What's that? What is that, Matt? Should
They
I do a
need
little
to
big long
keep it creepy.
pause? Keep it creepy. Oh, that was good.